how's it going? Happy Sunday. Thanks for tuning in for another Sunday drive. Yeah, it's heading to spring here pretty quick, so I don't know how many more of these I'm going to do before I take a bit of a break, but I'm going to do this one, and I've got one more that I want to do, and yeah, that should pretty much bring us into April, early April here, so we'll take a break. We'll see. I mean, again, depending on the weather, we'll maybe keep doing a couple of these, or maybe we'll take a break. We'll see what happens. Yeah, got some different stuff happening. See if racing keeps happening. Again, all weather dependent. But so I thought today, what I would do. A couple weeks ago, we had a race day here at Wildcard Speedway Raceway, and Pete Donegan brought a couple gifts. Not sure why. He was just feeling like he was in a giving mood, and yes, big shout out to Pete. Thanks. You know, this is a pretty super awesome find that he got. So let's take a look at what he got. So he brought this over and gifted it to me. It looks like, he said, I'm not sure whose car it was. Spent most of his life on a shelf. It's in fantastic shape. Looks like, I don't even know if it's got play wear. Kind of mentioned the threes on the side. We'll take a close look here, but kind of worn off a little bit probably from people grabbing the car. But the chassis itself, the buttons, everything looks super clean. It doesn't even look like, I don't know if it's been on the track or not. It does not have the white boots, but we might have to rectify that. So I'll see what I can dig out, and yeah, we'll get her on the track. Let's take a look. All right, let's take a quick look at it here before we get it onto the track. I probably should oil it up a little bit. If it probably hasn't run, maybe not at all. So again, maybe you're sick of the Tyco book. I love the Tyco book. 3rd edition. We take a look here on page 29. All right, there it is there. Interesting, actually, and this picture doesn't even have white boots. So number 19, if we get her here close, where are you? Sometimes it's hard to look at stuff in this book, but this is it up top, Datsun 240Z. So the one I have, it wants to zoom in here. Hold on, sorry. The red and white number 3, made in 1973. That's my birth year. Average, it's pretty average find. Number 19, yeah, on the picture, red and white number 3. TycoPro chassis. So it looks like it has the right chassis. And yeah, I don't know. I think all these came with white boots at the time, but I'm not 100% sure. There's a little discrepancy. I actually usually put white boots on my TycoPros anyways, because I think they look super cool. Yeah, so this is it here. Take a quick look at it. Like I said, it's in fantastic shape. The threes on the side are just a little worn, but the hood looks good. I've seen a couple of these where the 3 on the hood and the 3 on the roof get a bit discolored, or the stickers, get a bit yellow. But yeah, this is a really nice looking car. The chrome looks good. I haven't, I've taken a look at it, but I think the white on this car is not bad. It's got a little yellow, which can be rectified, but I honestly leave a lot of these, maybe clean it up a little bit. But this one, I'd probably just leave it alone. It's got a little yellowing to it, but not bad. Yeah, it looks nice, eh? It's a nice car. Datsun. Yeah, so then here's the underside of it. If you haven't seen one of these, TycoPro, made in Hong Kong. Like, this base doesn't even, there's not a scratch mark on it at all. It looks like it's never run. It's got a little blade at the time. These are tough to get off. Let me see if I can get it off without pulling out a knife or anything. Maybe not. I don't have any fingernails either. Hold on. Yeah, these actually it's funny because these this body clip design I think holds quite a bit better than some of the newer stuff they did, the Tyco 440X2s, which I do like a lot, but the bodies fly off a lot. So this is in like amazing shape. Here, let me get this out of the way here. Maybe you see some kind of. It's hard to see. So if you haven't seen these before, as a little swivel. So this piece right here, this black circle that also holds it on, is a weight. It's a weight, so it holds the front end down a little bit. Somebody's taking really good care of this because these wires can get really brittle. I mean, they are quite stiff. You have to be super careful. If they break, you can solder them back onto these little pins. If these break, you're kind of hooped. I know some people do work on them. I have tried. It's like, to me, it's like jeweler's work. It's so fine, but they're super fun. There's no magnets or no downforce magnets, right? It's the brass pan holds it to the track. I mean, there's some magnets obviously in the make the armature go round. Yeah, this is nice. Now I'd like to know who had this car and why is it so crisp? It's clean. So yeah, you can see how. Oh, it's hard to see once I focus my fingers again, but you can see how these wires kind of go in. They go in through the. I'm going to have a hard time getting my finger in here, but it'll. They go into the chassis and hit the motor on the inside there. So I don't know. One day I'm going to convert Pete. He still doesn't like Tycos. I guess if he just gets them and gives them to me, that's fine as well. I love them. Yeah. So let's oil this guy up again. Not too much. I don't have my oil out. Well, I'll have to go get it. So super quick. It's kind of the standard, right? There's not a lot of. Let me see. It's hard to do this on camera sometimes. There's not a lot of stuff. I mean, these wheels, they do touch. I mean, you can put a little oil in there. I don't usually bother. It's kind of plastic on plastic there. Again, the rear, I would put a little oil on the where the axle and the body hit is really hard with the black on black, as well as the gear, the drive shaft back there, and you can see it. I can see it right in there in that little circle. Where the motor goes around, and that's about it. So I'll drop some oil on that. We'll get it on the track and watch it go around. These are really fun to drive. They're I don't know. I always got to be careful how I word these things because I catch flack. But these drive, in my opinion, they drive a lot like a T-Jet, right? It's more of a driver's car versus the heavy magnet cars that became popular in the 80s and beyond. Again, like the old, non-magnet tractions, T-Jets, that sort of style. I mean, these obviously have a bit of a thicker tire to them. Not as thick as the Tyco 440X2s, but you got the brass pan, the weight, these little buttons. I really like these. They didn't wear out. They don't really wear out. If anything, they break. The springs maybe break. It's really hard to see on the camera, but you can see, maybe you can see, there's a spring here. There's a spring around the button. If that breaks, I mean, to get a new spring on there, to put, it's kind of like a rivet. So to pull this out and redo it is really tough. These cars are tough to work on, but they are doable. Really fun cars to drive. Like I say, it's all a weighted car. It's not magnet downforce, but it's got a pretty good armature in there. I don't know off the top of my head what these ones are. These TycoPros. I want to look that up and see if I can answer my own question before the end of this video. The 440X2s get around the 6 ohms. I don't know if we were pushing that much back in the 70s. I don't know. I am gonna take a look and see if I can answer it. We'll get this on the track and let's do some stuff. All right, before we get going, yeah, just a quick look. We haven't looked in here for a while. You can't, it's super hard to see with the magnets, but this is my little TycoPro. Not all TycoPros in there. I've got just some other Tyco stuff in there as well that I like. Yeah, but most of the, well, they all are Tycos, but different ones. I love my Tycos. Yeah. So I will find a spot. I kind of need to buy another case, but we'll get there, I guess, eventually. Maybe. Maybe. Let's see what this guy will do. Might take a while to warm up. Obviously, if it's not been run ever, maybe. Smooth. Pete, how can you not like these? Oh man. I think I say this like every video I make, but make an IROC set of these. I could have about 10 IROC sets. I got some white boots. I don't know, I forgot to say that before. I do have a bag of white tires for TycoPros. Because I do like them to have fresh white tires in the case. It looks awesome. Yeah. Again with these, really fun to drive. No magnets. The front end, probably hard to see on the video, but the front ends on these do sit up a little bit with the plungers. There's a little bit of bouncing, but this one actually is handled really, really well. Yeah, the plungers are tough. Again, I'm not sure. This is before my time, but so I don't know if a lot of people used to mod the springs on the plungers. Maybe if somebody's watching this and knows, they can tell me, did you clip off a couple, you know, to get it to sit down a bit more, or did you leave that stuff alone? Again, I don't like to mess with these too much. I don't want to get stuck with just because it's really hard to replace parts on. Once they're gone, they're kind of gone. You can add a new front end, but to fix the front ends on these are really difficult. Not impossible, but it's a lot easier to go get a new front end. So what I can see is, I don't think, no, the front tires are not touching. Front tires do not touch the track. It's sitting on the plungers, which is not uncommon with these, and that causes a bit of the challenge in handling them. These are brand new. They should have run it. Well, those other shoes that were on it were not original either. They were like a silicone black, but the original ones of these would slide around a little bit more. These boots, these are rubber boots, but a softer compound, so it doesn't fishtail or roll. They actually handle really, really well. All right, well, let me see. Shut up for a minute and put some YouTube music on for you and see if I can get this going. How fast I can get this guy going. The best lap now is about 8 seconds. I can get the finely tuned T-Jet Frey style build up to about 6.8, 6.9 seconds. So I'll say 7 for easy, but if I'm down at 8.1, that's quite a bit slower. Let's see if we can get it going. 8. 7.5. Ooh, what was it left, I think. Run it. Getting about 7.5 seconds. Not bad. 7.4. This corner's tough. And I'm still on it. Ah! Come off that. Straight, slow. Yeah, it's coming. It's hard coming off this straight into this corner here because, like I said, the front end's high, so I think the pin's jumping out of the slot pretty quick. Ah. Oh, it's a good run. Ah, 7.9. Well, there you go. There you have it. Such a fun car to run. Makes me want to get more of my TycoPros out of the box. That's the only problem with putting them in the box. I don't run them nearly as often as I liked it. I did look it up. The quick Google machine told me that the original TycoPros, as well as like going through the Tyco 440X2s, they are all 6 ohm arms. So if anybody knows any different or has any other fun facts, throw them in the comments. I'm always up to hear what everybody else knows. I'm definitely not one of those people that claim to know everything. I've been running these things my whole life, but I most certainly do not know everything. So about a 6 ohm arm, brass weighted chassis, no down force magnets. Such fun cars to run. I'm going to get Pete to like these eventually. No, if I have to, maybe I'll do an IROC set of these eventually, just for the fun of it. We'll see. Well, as always, I'm going to keep running for a little while anyways and enjoy this Sunday drive. Big shout out and a thanks to Pete Donegan for gifting me this amazing Datsun. I love it. Thank you, Pete. This is so much fun. I don't know. I can sit and watch these things go around for hours. I'm sure there's other people out there that feel the same way. I know I'm not mental, but I don't need to do yoga or meditate. I just play with tiny cars. Yeah, right on. Well, I'm going to keep driving for a while, so have an awesome Sunday. Have a great week. I'll see you next time on Sunday Drive. Thanks for tuning in.